admit that we paid more per seat this time round than we did the last time. But we're still incredibly happy with the deal we've done. We think the extra seats gives us that kind of revenue earning potential that will help us to pay for these moderately more expensive aircraft than we did the last time around.
And I'll do the flip side of that, which is to suggest that there is no premium that's high enough for this airplane. We both work diligently to preserve the model that Ryanair has exercised over all of these years. We believe we both accomplished that. We're proud of the airplane. We're proud of what it's going to do going forward. Michael can grow and Boeing can prosper.
And I think it's significant here, the last 2 or 3 orders we did were typically around 200 aircraft. This is a meaningfully bigger aircraft, which is what, Boeing wanted us to commit to a larger order to try to give us the very modest, I think, in my mind, discount that we've negotiated for a very significant increase in order size.
Probably never hear the end of this.
On either side. In our view, it'll never be cheap enough, and in Boeing's view, it's always far too cheap.
There you go.
All right, Julie Johnson from Bloomberg.
Hi. Just a couple of quick questions. Dave, could you give us an update on the status of the certification work underway with FAA? Is that still on track for 2025 for the 10? And Michael, I'm curious why your first order or first delivery isn't until 2027. Is that related to the uncertainty around certification, or more about when slots are available?
Let me go first. Yeah, the cert is 24. We won't give you a date because that's not our job. It'll be the FAA's, but the airplane is performing beautifully and we're progressing. So we're going to maintain that schedule.
I think in terms of the delivery, first deliveries in 2027 is a function of 2 things. One, obviously Boeing are tight for slots. They're still recovering from the COVID or the kind of disruption to production that COVID had, so they're tight for slots. We were also conscious, though, that we have been growing at an incredibly fast rate for the last 10 years. We see a marketplace in Europe by the time we get to 2025. We take our last aircraft for the summer of 25. We want to take a break for the summer of 26 from growth. We'll have grown from, an 80 million passenger airline. We'll be up at 225 million passengers. So there's things I think we're conscious that we want to improve our operations, our reliability. We have a big pilot cabin crew training objectives over the next number of years. So for 2 reasons. One, it suits us to take a break for a year. It also helps us meaningfully to generate the cash flow, internally generate the cash flow by taking a break from CapEx for an 18-month period. We should be able to generate significant cash flow from our profitable operations that will help us to fund most of these deliveries from internally generated cash flow. So I think it's a combination of Boeing is tight on delivery positions. That's why we've committed to deliveries that run from 2027 all the way out to 2033. But it also, by taking a gap for a year or 2, it helps us, I think, to take a brief pause in what has been a tumultuous period of decade of growth before we start off on another decade of growth across Europe.